We're living in a time where you can purchase a budget audio interface for $50, sometimes even less, grab a $20 cheap microphone, use some free plugins and free software, and you can create a great demo, or even you can create some great tracks that you can distribute worldwide through Spotify, iTunes, and all of those online stores. I'm Zane, welcome to Simple Green Tech, and this is the first video in a series that I'm going to be doing where I'm going to take a budget-priced audio interface, a cheap microphone, some free plugins, and free software, and see what kind of music I can create, and I'm going to release something at the end of this. Now, the audio interface that I'm going to be using is the Behringer UM2. It's right here. It's a very simple audio interface. I think I paid about $25 Canadian for this about 5 years ago. It was on sale at Best Buy, and at that price, I couldn't turn it down. I just had to see what this was all about. And the microphone that I'm going to be using is the Behringer XM8500. This is a very affordable dynamic mic. It doesn't sound too bad. I will have to EQ it, but I always EQ my microphones anyway, so that's not a big deal. The laptop that I'm going to be using is an average 4-year-old laptop. It's got an older i5 processor, which was designed for mobile, so it's not as fast as an i5 that's designed for a desktop. It's actually quite slow. I had to leave this thing on for 2 days just to do the updates on it and the virus scan, just so I can record on it, and hopefully it will work out for me. So in addition to this budget-priced hardware that I'm going to be using, I'm also only going to be using free plugins and Traction Waveform. Now, I have Traction Waveform Pro, but I'm only going to use the features that are available in Traction Waveform Free. When it comes to recording and making music, I'm taking myself out of my comfort zone. I'm not going to use any of my external processors, not the compressors or the external mic pre's. I'm not even going to use any guitar pedals. Everything's going to be connected directly to the Behringer UM2, and I'm only going to be using free plugins to create any kind of tone with whatever I record in. I've written a very fun song for this project. It's sort of a new wave 80s post-punk type of song. So there's going to be some synths in it where I'll use free synths, and there's going to be guitar in it plus bass guitar, and those are going to be recorded directly into the Behringer UM2. So I'll use some free guitar amp sim plugins for those. There'll be drums, and I'm going to be using the MT Power Drum Kit free plugin for that. Plus, there'll also be my singing through the $20 microphone, so I'm going to have to find some free plugins to create my vocal chain. I'm very excited to hear how this song turns out. I've got the song in my head. I'm hoping I can get it into the computer the way it sounds into my head. We'll see about that, but my goal here is to show that you can create music without spending too much money. Whether my song turns out great, that's still yet to be heard, but this is the intro to the series. I'm breaking it down into individual videos, so there'll be one for recording the bass, recording guitars, programming the drums, programming the synths, recording the vocals, and then I'm going to even have a video with the mixing process. So you're going to see all of the plugins that I'm going to use, plus the workflow in creating this song. You'll see how I go about creating a song. Maybe it can help you out with creating yours. Maybe not. Maybe do exactly the opposite of what I do and it helps you out. But if you want to check out the next video in the series, be sure to click the video on the screen right now. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching for Simple Green Tech. I'm Zane. Keep creating, and we'll talk soon.